Before you drop another dollar on that shiny new rifle, hear me out. Every year, thousands of gun owners fall for flashy marketing and end up with rifles that look great on the shelf but fall apart at the range. Nearly 1 in 3 firearm owners report regretting at least one purchase due to performance issues. And the most frustrating part? These mistakes often cost upwards of thousands of dollars or more, money that could have gone to a reliable battle-tested platform instead. So before you make your next trip to the gun shop or click Add to Cart, make sure you're not buying a glorified piece of garbage paperweight. In this video, we're diving deep into the most overrated, overpriced, and underperforming rifles on the market. Mossberg Blaze. The Mossberg Blaze is a lightweight semi-auto 22 LR rifle aimed at beginners and casual plinkers. On paper, it seemed like a great budget-friendly option. Lightweight polymer frame, 10 or 25 round magazine, and a simple design. However, in real-world use, the Blaze falls short in several key areas and has developed a reputation as one of the most disappointing rimfire rifles on the market. One of the biggest issues with the Mossberg Blaze is reliability. Users frequently report feeding and ejection problems, especially with bulk ammo. Even after cleaning and using higher quality rounds, the rifle still tends to jam or fail to cycle properly. This makes it frustrating for new shooters who may not have the experience to troubleshoot constant malfunctions. The build quality is another common complaint. The Blaze is made entirely of plastic, including the receiver, which gives it a toy-like feel. While the lightweight might be good for smaller shooters, it sacrifices durability and feels cheap in the hands. The sights are also basic and hard to adjust, and the trigger has a long, mushy pull that doesn't help with accuracy. Accuracy is average at best. It can hit cans at 25 yards, but beyond that, consistency begins to drop. For the price, there are far better .22 rifles like the Ruger 10/22 or Savage Mark II that outperform the Blaze in almost every way. Remington 770. The Remington 770 was marketed as an affordable, ready-to-go bolt-action rifle for hunters and first-time buyers. It even came factory-mounted with a scope. But despite the big name and tempting price tag, the 770 has been widely criticized, and for good reason. First off, the bolt action is one of the most common complaints. It's rough, stiff, and prone to binding, making follow-up shots slow and frustrating. Unlike its predecessor, the Remington 700, the 770 lacks the smooth cycling and reliability that many bolt-action shooters expect. The stock is made of cheap, hollow-feeling polymer which not only feels flimsy, but also affects accuracy. Combine that with a heavy, gritty trigger, and it becomes clear why consistent precision is hard to achieve with this rifle. While the included scope is a nice gesture, it's often low quality and may not hold zero after extended use. Many users also report magazine issues, with feeding problems being a regular occurrence. Even basic tasks like loading rounds can feel clunky, especially under stress in the field. In terms of accuracy, the Remington 770 can get the job done at short to moderate ranges, but don't expect tight groups. In short, while the 770 might seem like a good entry-level option, most users find it's worth spending a bit more for something a bit better and more reliable, like the Savage Axis or the Ruger American. Hi-Point Carbine. The Hi-Point Carbine has a reputation for being one of the most affordable rifles on the market, which is why it attracts many budget-conscious buyers. However, while its price tag is undeniably attractive, the Hi-Point Carbine comes with numerous drawbacks that can leave many shooters disappointed after the purchase. One of the most significant issues with the Hi-Point Carbine is its bulkiness and weight. Despite being chambered in 9mm or 40 S&W, which are typically used in handguns, the rifle is noticeably heavier and larger than other carbines in its class. This makes it cumbersome to carry and difficult to handle for some users, especially in extended shooting sessions. The rifle's ergonomics are also a point of contention. The design feels clunky and the controls are awkward. The stock in particular is often described as cheap and uncomfortable, lacking the refinement found in better-made rifles. Additionally, the sights are basic and many users opt for aftermarket optics for a better shooting experience. Another notable drawback is the trigger. It's heavy, with long travel, and contributes to poor accuracy for most shooters. While the carbine is reliable for close-range use, it struggles with accuracy at longer distances, especially when compared to other rifles in its price range. Despite these shortcomings, the Hi-Point Carbine has a loyal following who appreciate its affordability and reliability for at least home defense. However, if you're looking for a more refined and accurate rifle, there are better options out there for just a little bit more money. Century Arms C308. The Century Arms C308 is a civilian version of the iconic Heckler & Koch G3 rifle, which has earned a reputation for ruggedness and reliability in military circles. Unfortunately, the civilian version doesn't quite live up to that legacy. While it has a striking appearance and is priced lower than other military-style rifles, the C308 suffers from numerous issues that make it a questionable purchase for many gun enthusiasts. One of the biggest problems with the C308 is its reliability. Despite being chambered in .7.62 NATO, the rifle has been known to have frequent feeding and ejection problems. Users report jams, misfeeds, and failure to cycle properly, even after trying various types of ammunition. This can be a significant concern, especially in defensive or tactical situations where reliability is absolutely crucial and critical. The ergonomics of the rifle are also lacking. The rifle's pistol grip is uncomfortable, and the stock is made of cheap plastic that feels flimsy and cheap. These design choices result in an awkward shooting experience, especially during extended shooting sessions. The trigger pull is heavy and long, leading to poor accuracy. Another issue with the C308 is its accuracy at range. While the rifle can hit targets at close and medium distances, it struggles at longer ranges, especially compared to other rifles in the market in the price range, like the Springfield Armory M1A or the FN FAL. Ruger American Rimfire. The Ruger American Rimfire has earned a reputation as a solid, affordable rimfire rifle, but early models suffered from a number of reliability and quality control issues that left many shooters absolutely dissatisfied. Though Ruger has since made improvements, the first batches of the American Rimfire were a far cry from the brand's usual reputation for quality and reliability. One of the main problems with the early Ruger American Rimfire was its accuracy. While some shooters reported decent performances, many others found the rifle's accuracy to be inconsistent, especially beyond 50 yards. The barrel, in particular, seemed prone to poor harmonics, leading to less than ideal shooting experiences. This inconsistency left many shooters frustrated, especially since the rifle had a lot of potential with its adjustable trigger and modular design. Another issue with the early models was the bolt action system. Some users reported that it was rough and gritty, which not only made it less enjoyable to operate, but also contributed to feeding problems and difficulty in achieving smooth follow-up shots. The rifle's magazine system also received complaints, with some owners experiencing issues with rounds not feeding properly, causing jams or misfires. Despite these issues, the rimfire has a solid foundation, and Ruger has made improvements in later iterations. The more recent models tend to be much more reliable, accurate, and smoother in operation. However, those who purchased the earlier versions likely experienced enough frustration to look elsewhere for a dependable rimfire rifle. DPMS Oracle AR-15. The DPMS Oracle AR-15 is often marketed as an entry-level, budget-friendly rifle for those looking to own an AR-15 without paying a huge amount. While it might seem appealing to first-time buyers, it is one of the most overrated rifles on the market. Despite its low price tag, the Oracle falls short in several key areas, making it frustrating for those looking for consistent performance and durability. One of the biggest issues with the DPMS Oracle is its build quality. While the rifle features aluminum upper and lower receivers, many users report poor fit and finish. The rifle feels cheap, with loose components that can affect overall performance. The handguard is another weak point. It's thin, feels flimsy, and lacks the durability of more premium options. These cheap materials result in a rifle that feels unrefined and prone to wear and tear. In terms of reliability, the Oracle doesn't perform as well as other AR-15s within its price range either. Shooters report frequent jams and failure to feed issues, especially when using certain ammunition types. The trigger is another area where DPMS cuts corners, with a gritty, heavy pull that impacts accuracy and follow-up shots. While the rifle can get the job done for basic plinking and home defense, it is far from ideal for precision shooting or tactical use. Accuracy is also pretty subpar compared to other rifles in the same price bracket, such as the Smith & Wesson M&P 15 or the Ruger AR-556. The Oracle struggles with consistent groupings, especially at longer distances. Before you spend your hard-earned money on a rifle that disappoints, make sure you're making an informed choice. If this video helped you dodge a bad buy, hit that like button, subscribe for more no-nonsense gun reviews, and tap the bell so you never miss an update. Do you have a rifle or gun you regret buying? Drop it in the comments below. Your story might help someone else. And don't forget to share this with a buddy who's thinking about buying soon. See you in the next one.